Hello there, fellows. Time for a new video. I'd like to speak about a bit of a spiritual content which deals with subliminal problems. In all these sobriety programs, 12-step programs, especially, we are being taught that certain steps are sufficient for an existence, a balanced existence, which isn't the case. Because subliminal problems, which they don't really treat, right? Just on a superficial level. These subliminal problems are, I believe, globally the same. So they come from the same problem, all of them. Anger issues, insecurity issues, not feeling in place, and anxiety, whatever it is. Addiction itself, the usage of a certain substance which you use to run away from difficulties, mainly superficial, worldly difficulties, they function like painkillers, right? And a painkiller is not the problem itself. So a painkiller is something you take because you're ill, right? You have a disease. And now I'd like to make the connection between disease and what's happening to the human being, on a global level, that is, worldly level. So once we start these sobriety programs and we manage to to get to the point of sobriety, then the real work starts, because we only created now a level, a sober level from which we can work on. So these painkillers, once we take them out of the way, we can analyze the disease, start analyzing the disease, make a diagnose, and try to cure the system, right? And people don't realize we are far off the truth. We've lost it. We don't know who we are, what we are. We look for. We look for our happiness in exterior factors, right? So materialism, muscled bodies, beautiful women, expensive cars, all the stuff, exterior stuff, which is so superficial, because our being is not an exterior being, right? The image, the things you see outside of you, if I ask you, where do you see me, and you point at me, you're right in front of me. No, that's not where you see me. You see me in your head. Yes, these light particles bounce off into your retina and they give you an image, and you play that in your head. Yes, so that's like a projection. But behind that curtain, because this is all in front of the curtain, behind the curtain, there's a lot more going on, right? So we have a soul, we are a spiritual being, and we've lost that. We don't know who we are anymore. And I'm not asking anyone to go and float away now, but where we could start is try to analyze what are we, and what can we do during our time here. Um, because we are like cells of an organ. The human race is an organ, and each individual is a cell of that organ, right? And cells are to be working together, right? All the cells in an organ, they know each other, and they work together. Once a cell in an organ starts to rebel and says, "I'm separate from the rest, I'm an individual," that's when cancer gets born, right? That's cancer. Cancer is a own cell which rebels against the organ, against the system, and it grows and it tries to kill the rest. So that's what happens actually with the human race as well. We are very ill. Yes, so our organ is not healthy. We lost touch with each other, and we should instead of looking at ourselves, I'm quite something. I need to take care of myself. Nobody else does it. All these kind of things people say to reason why we should not look at others in a helpful way, and why we should only take care of ourselves. It's all because we're really out of balance. We've lost touch with reality. We don't know who we are, what we are, and society is really confused by media, government, big tech, who know this. They play us on this, right? So they teach you, oh, you with commercials, oh, buy this, do that, and be this and be that. So people are depressed, and people have burnouts, and people have all kinds of problems because it's self-destructing. When you turn against the system by saying I'm me and you're a you, and I should take care of myself and nobody else, um, that's very depressing. Yes, because it's all about unity. We need to find unity within this system. Yes, but instead of this unity, which is our essence, we are very much affected by what we call the bread of shame. So it's the illusion of I'm a me and you're a you. You're outside of me. I'm the center of the universe because my perception comes from here where I stand. And but hey, oh look, there's somebody else, and he's a center point as well. So that makes me insecure. Now I need to have big muscles. I need to show off my car, and I need to see that you're looking at me, because this arrogance, right, which appears to be arrogance, I'm somebody, look at me going, right, is in fact a great deal of insecurity. Because hey, look at me, because I have this car, because I'm a nobody, and I'm dependent on you looking at me for me to be someone. Because if you look at me, yes, then I might be someone, because I don't know who I am anymore. So I'll place everyone above me, even. It's in fact the other way around, right? So what appears to be arrogance is in fact a great deal of insecurity. And youngsters walking around with telephones, they don't even see where they're walking, right? Where's this young guy helping an elderly lady across the street? No, it's all Instagram and TikTok and whatever it is. People are out of balance. People are screaming on the other end. There's a lot of people looking for truth because something's not right. So I believe we're on the verge of a major change. The fact that people are looking for spiritual meaning is because people are sick and tired of this. It's getting old. And something's not right. It's completely not right. You see, with babies, for example, a baby, well, let's say a human, right? A human gets born as a baby, needs a lot of time to develop. And they teach us that when, for example, a baby, it's like about 14 months until you are able to walk, right? Where our self sufficiency, it takes a long time. Animals, they drop out and they start walking, right? But that's because we have a lot of more potential. There's so much potential, and they teach you that when you are mature and you have a mortgage and you have an expensive car and you go on holidays and you have a dog and two children, and then you're mature. But That's not true. It's much more. It's much more growth. It's much more there to find out, because we're all still like this little omnipotent baby who thinks he's God, who doesn't know what's important. It's just after all the colors and the experiences, and we're just the same. Cars and women and whatever. It's distraction. That's not real. That's not important. Your essence is not outside of you, it's inside of you. So we need to dig deep and look for who we are and trying to connect. Humanity as a whole, we're not separate. We shouldn't be separate. We aren't, but we're acting like we're separate. And that brings about all the problems. Yes, and especially the ex-addicts or the addicts who are watching, we didn't do everything right. That's not why we're here, right? But I myself, I experienced a growth because of all the mistakes or all the choices, bad choices I made, which eventually weren't so bad because they brought me to a certain point. But they gave me the insight that nobody's perfect, and I shouldn't judge people for their current situation. I should see the potential in everyone and be able to understand that their difficulties, the choices they make, they don't do that to just to be in your way. That's not why they do that. They do that because they have their own fight, their own struggle to deliver. So we should have sympathy, and when someone's real toxic, you take your distance because you cannot use that in your life, right? But still, anyway, you should feel sorry for that person and hope that it will bring something good in the end. A lot of people had that patience with us, right? Some didn't, but we showed them different. So we shouldn't judge. And if we're able not to judge and see the potential in people, then we give the right example. And that gives meaning to your life. Stop focusing on your ego and on external factors. Park that and think about your neighbor, about someone who can use your help. Find unity again. That gives meaning to one's life. So all the chaos, the restlessness, because people quit with drinking or using drugs, and they still feel restless. I need this, I need that. They're still not good. That's why people keep falling back to rock bottom. Or they search other things, right? If you work 60 hours a week, that's a way of running from the truth as well. So it's not always drugs and alcohol. That's only the start, that's only the painkiller. Treat the disease. And it's not about what she or he said or did to you in the past. That's not it either. Because people do these things not just for you, because they have their own struggle. We should look towards the future in the now, not keep digging. It's not there, it's not in the past, it's not outside there either, it's inside. Connecting. It's all about connecting with people. So wish you good luck with that, and until the next video, be safe.